So is the bull market back on track? Spider's having another good day here, led higher by the triple Qs after Google earnings. And let's get into it. It is Friday, April 25th, 2025. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Appreciate you guys all liking the video, subscribing to the channel. Did reach 1 million views yesterday. That was a nice milestone for us. Also, come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. And it's been a good week here for both of those things. But in any case, let's get into it this week. So markets here, up another 65 bips on the spiders. Q's up 1%. The Russell bringing up the rear. It is just flat, as so is the Dow here. But important thing is here is you have Mag 7 kind of finding its mojo back, and we're seeing volatility crush right now, which is killing option premiums. And we've been seeing headlines, and one of the things that has been talked about lately, especially the last 2 days, we've had a lot of negative headlines, and the market's rallying anyway. That's typically bull market behavior. I don't want to say that we're necessarily done with volatility here, but that is kind of a hallmark, of bull price action. Now, right now here, I'm doing the video a little early, so apologies if something happens before the close here. I don't really anticipate much. We had a little Trump tariff headline, and again, case in point, we had a little Trump tariff talk about an hour ago, and it gave us a 30-minute pullback, and we're back up to the highs. A week ago, we would have been down 50 points. A month ago, we would have been down 100 points. 2 months ago, we would have been down 500 points on this type of stuff here. But that's kind of my point here, is the market's kind of desensitizing to that a little bit, and perhaps starting to call his bluff a little bit. But nonetheless, there's still not very good liquidity out there. And, I don't think that we're out of danger by any means. But face value, as traders, you have to just look at it. And what we've been talking about for weeks here is 5,500. Right. Ever since we broke it, I said, if you get above that, it's, we're going to squeeze. And we may be able to do that now. And you might say, well, Aaron, we've already been squeezing. The market needs to pull back now. We have been squeezing, yes. The low time frames here have, you got gaps here. But, just the daily here, you just crossed over 50 on the RSI. So we're not overbought by any stretch here. We just actually based for 3 weeks, really. And we've been talking about this ascending triangle, right? We've hammered on it, pull back, hammer on it, pull back, higher or low. 1, 2, 3, higher lows. Hammered on it. Next day, hammered on it again. So now we're breaking through it. So we have a base here, right, to work off of. Now, who knows? Maybe we've down on Monday. I don't know. But, as long as we're holding above this, and as long as we can close the week above this, which I think we will, I'd have to give the bulls the bias here. It's really that simple. There's no need to argue here. Don't fight the tape. Don't say, oh, but the macro says this, and that. No, just let the tape tell you what to do here. Volume is light. That's conducive for bulls, right? Yes, it's conducive for bulls. You don't need volume to rally. Sellers need volume, right? So don't make that mistake. And right now, I would just give the market the upside bias here. And we're just going to say right into 56.50. So, and it doesn't mean it goes up there Monday. It doesn't mean it goes up there Tuesday. But I would say that's the bias, as long as this area is holding. So that's your new big level. And we can take a look here. You got a fib, 618, big level, right? You got a gap fill. You got a previous all-time high, right? That was a level, it was a previous all-time high around 56.80. And then you've got this master trend line here. So a lot of resistance up there, needless to say. And if we do go straight up there, yeah, it will be a big pullback level. The key is, and this is what I've been saying here, is we're doing this now during a fresh OPEX cycle. There's no reason that puts are not decaying right now. They are now because volatility is dropping, but there's no automatic dealer buyback effect right now. Dealers are neutral. So this isn't dealers just fixing the market higher. Although, to be fair, I shouldn't say fair, but again, just to reiterate, because I know people don't believe me on this, but dealers are in control. It's not the macro. Again, another day where that iron condor, this was all the way to the left this morning. That was an advertisement 2 days in a row. And they're attacking the top end of that right now. We might even go up to 55.50 today, in power hour. If shorts, a lot of CTA covering this, a lot of this is also going on as well. So, it's not really out of the question. We're halfway there. It's a 55.23 right now. We could go up there in power hour. Now, if they do the same thing again Monday, I don't think it'll work. So you know the three strike rule, my three strike rule there. But nonetheless, yeah, good move here. This is definitely going to be major resistance here. And what determines whether or not we continue down or not is how many people short that. If everyone shorts it, I think we just consolidate and then go up. If a lot of people short it, then, yeah, if everybody shorts it, then I think it can consolidate and it goes higher. If everybody FOMOs it and nobody goes short, then yeah, we could see some volatility come back. But I'm still kind of in the summer rally camp. So my guess is next couple of weeks, you may see some chop, like I've said, into the end of the month, but I don't think that, I think the lows are in for at least the medium term here. Okay, I say that somebody's gonna, if we're red Monday, somebody, Aaron was wrong. I'm just saying, like, for them, for immediate term here. But in any case, the Q is breaking above this trend line here, up 1% on the day. We have a gap up here around 475, 476.15, and yeah, nice trend line break. Got some air right here. We got this trend line up here too. That would be more of a bigger macro target if we got more legs under this. And then you can see here we're just above the 50% fib. And then you got the 618 up there at 487, 488, 200 MA. Got the 50 MA here too at 480. So a lot of levels here. Pivot high, 480, right? But nice rally here, and we talked about the bear trap Monday. I won't run through it again, but again, 510 was a level that we had targeted Monday morning. IWM here, that's flat today. It's interesting. This was green last week, and again, that was a clue, right? IWM green with nothing else green on the week. It is still green on the week this week, obviously, but kind of flat today. But with Mag 7 pumping, I think that's really what the market needed. And Google getting a good bid. Sympathy went to Amazon and Meta too. So Amazon trying to get back to 190. I think that wants 195, maybe 200, and then Meta here. So yeah, 550. Maybe they can get to 575. By the way, Tesla really ripping today, up 10%. That's been leading the charge here. And again, here we're almost at 55.50, or yeah, 55.50 right now. I think this wants to get up to 300 here. Diamond back above 400. Looks like we're going to close the week above that. SMH, it's above this trend line here on a weekly close. Both of them. So semis, nice recovery. IGV, again, I have another 1.5, reclaiming the 200 MA. I told you guys software is better than chips. Been saying that for a year. And I still think it is. Nice weekly pattern here. Nice weekly reclaim. Transport's on the weaker side. So there's your red flag for this rally, down 2%. But it was outperforming earlier this week. So I'm not going to damn it for one day, but definitely if this continues, you don't want to see that. Still have a nice inside bar though. Resistance will be 14.5 and then 15 after that. Interest rates today, kind of quiet, although the twos did creep up a little bit. Excuse me, the yield curve did creep up a little bit and flatten. Yeah, 2-year yield down, 5s, 10s, and 30s, all down here. Still got a good pattern here on this long bond. I should say the long bond, the long yield. But we thought TLT would bounce this week, and it did. We'll see. I'd like to see it back above 90 to kind of really repair this, at least in the near term. But again, yields backing off. That does help the market right now. XHB, again, down just a little bit on the day. A nice rebound this week. VNQs, this has been strong. This is trying to build another base here. Again, just a one-day pullback off the 20 MA. And usually when you're extended like this and then you go straight into the 20, it's usually resistance, at least for couple days. But this popped right back up, and now you gotta, it's trying to get a kind of a sloppy bull pattern here. 89.25 is still our big level there, and then XLF here down today, but this has been leading, so I'm not worried about that. Same thing with KRE and KBE. Nice bounces this week. Broker dealers leading as well. Oil firmed up here by the end of the day. Again, it keeps testing this 62 area, and buyers keep coming in. Look at all week long, right? Keeps hitting that area, and buyers keep coming in and scooping it back up. So it does have a bull inside bar now, and it is mature. The only thing I don't like is it's below all the moving averages. That's really the only thing I don't like. But I think if it does break bull, it should get up to 66, 67. There's a lot of shorts in oil, so that's kind of why I think it's going to go bull. But face value, though, I don't like it below the moving averages when you're trying to flag like that. Energy stock's not the greatest. Kind of it's an up week, but not really the best. You are holding the weekly 200 here on XLE. XOP holding the 100 handle, and OIH actually a down week, so not really great to see that. You had uranium stocks recover nicely. CCJ up, URNJ, and NM had nice bounces, but they still have a lot of work to do. Last week, before I forget, too, MSOS. We talked about this earlier this week. That was up again. So there's more rumors swirling around about rescheduling, and I'll be interested if this closes above 3. But there's a call wall at $2.50 and $3. We're above both of those. Again, this has done nothing on the weekly. But, if there's something that comes out of the weekend and this gaps, that can really run. TCNNF here at 490, just below $5. Again, resistance right in that area. But if this gaps above that Monday on some rescheduling news, this can really run. And this administration loves to leak stuff, so just throwing that out there. Nat gas below 3. I don't have any trade on this. It is a little oversold, but that means absolutely nothing when it comes to nat gas. Dollar fractionally higher on the day, and at least a rebound candle on the weekly. Still needs to clear 100 though to squeeze. It is pretty oversold though. And this is not nat gas; it's a currency of the world superpower. But we'll see. Gold here down again. Again, that's helping mark the rally. We still don't have it looks like it just barely didn't make a lower low. If it does, it just means we're more likely to pull back to 32. I wouldn't do anything with it here, though. It's really stretched. It is seasonally around. You got a nice weekly tail with volume. So maybe that is a high. Sometimes you get a retrace of that, though. Seasonally, it's right around the time where it should top, but I never know in this environment. Silver, very nice rebound this week too, although it is down today, but gold silver ratio tightening up a bit. And we got platinum here, actually holding up all right. I actually think this pattern's not bad. So that's starting to firm up. And then we got palladium here, same kind of thing. It's sloppier, but you can see if they can break this trend line, I can try to get back to like 1050, 1075 maybe. Copper, just a hammer day, no changes there. Another thing that led really all week was Bitcoin. So we talked about that earlier this week. I said Monday, Bitcoin's up big. The market was down, and that was a leading indicator here. Now, we will have some resistance at 96, 97, which is basically where we're at right now, right? So anybody that was a buyer here, we tried to retest that area. They became sellers. I think they're going to be sellers again, at least for now. But really all this is doing is consolidating the monthly chart. So nice pop for Bitcoin. It's had a nice rebound. Yeah, SPX here holding up pretty well. We'll see if they hold this area by the close. My guess is it likely will. And yeah, it might even go to 55.50. So a lot of volume at 55.30 right now, and decent amount at 55.45 to 50. So we'll see if it gets there by the end of the day. Again, we're still, I know it feels like we are, but we're really not overbought right now. So I would just give the market the bias here above 5,500. And I would say this is resistance for now. I've got levels done on the VIX already. And those are for members to know and for you guys to find out later. But I think it is lower, just FYI. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. You guys take care. Come find me on CarnivoreTrades.com. I will see you guys all next week.